Alright, I'd like to do a quick video today. I've got tomatoes I'm putting up. As you can see, they're simmering there. We made fresh pasta sauce the other day, and the recipe just called for diced tomatoes. We didn't peel them. And after cooking them in our Instapot with the other ingredients, and we had some on our pasta, the skins didn't seem to be an issue at all. So I wanted to try putting up a few jars with just diced tomatoes, not peeled, and see how that works. The pint jar would be good for a little bit of soup. So I diced up my tomatoes from the garden, and I've got them simmering here. And while I was dicing them, I put some jars on a cookie sheet with a little bit of water in my oven at 200 degrees to be sterilized. And so I'm pulling out one jar, filling it with my tomato mixture, and my canning book here that, oh, there's not a label on the front. Putting food by in the tomato section talks about adding a little bit of citric acid to increase the acidity, since our modern tomatoes are not as acidic, and seems to help with preservation. Not necessary probably, but I thought I would give it a try. So I've got, let's see here, a 1/4 teaspoon of the citric acid and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt for my pint jars. So I've added the 1/4 teaspoon of citric acid to my jar here. So just a little bit of that. And then also I'm adding a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So then I'll pull that off. Wipe my lid here, my rim, to make sure it's clean. Then I'll pull a clean and sterilized lid out of my pot, put it on there, add a ring, and then move it over here and let it sit, and eventually these seals will pop down and they'll be ready to go, and eventually we can take those rings off. And then around back here is some of that pasta sauce we made the other day, and we had enough to put some extra up in this jar. So a little bit of tomato processing here, and it looks like we've got 4 so far, and we've got enough for at least a couple more, maybe 3, maybe 4. We'll see. So there is some tomato processing.